Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf, where last time Malthelm here was looking for an advisor and he got a stack of notes instead. I don't think he was satisfied.
Gondor needs your aid.
No, it's not Lord Dunhere's insight I require. Only Rosefin knows enough of these lands to aid me now. These notes will no sooner help me lead my people than a blade of grass can fell an orc. I made the terrible mistake of sacrificing Tinglebell for the safety of Morlad, but too many fell, and I saved too few. The guilt weighs on me heavier than any could understand. Lady Rosefin must see reason, and if not to help me, she must help her people. I beg this of her. Very well. I will go. You put the notes inside. Right. Hello there, Rosebud.
How may I help you, friend?
Back so soon? Were you even able to show him the notes before he turned you back around? Oh, very well. I shall serve as his counsel then. Malthalam is determined. I will grant him that at least. I do not have time to continue swatting away his attempts to sway me, and perhaps by working with him I can prevent another tragedy like Tinglebell from occurring. I'll meet you at his home, and I hope I don't regret this. Well, that's at least progress. While her ladyship makes her way down the hill, let's speak with some of the locals. Hello there. Hello? Oh. Hail there, stranger. Welcome to the Vale, traveler. May you bring good fortune to us all. Alright. Now I need to speak with Hereway. And let's see where he is. Now I've always had trouble with this specific one because the people you're looking for, they don't have rings on their head. So I've always missed them. It takes me a few attempts before I can figure out, alright, which way is this? Right or is this left? Let's try in this direction. Now, this is Glorwyn, and I think that's the third one I need to speak with. See, I always lose track of them. This one proved to be a lesson in F10 is your friend, where after using F10 and Control F10, I eventually was able to find Hereway, but I came through here at least twice and could not find him at all. Well then, how about a nice bow to him? Who are you to bow to me? I am honored by your presence in the Vale. And now to Morlad. Morlad. No, Morlad's the name of the village. I'm supposed to be looking for Glorwyn here. Ah, boy, I am really getting confused. Should I hail her, bow to her, tell her a story, or how about tell her a story? That'd be a nice hobbity thing to do. Finally, someone shall take the fight to the enemy! Alright, so I need to speak to Veligant now to finish that up, and to get back down and speak with Malthalm down at the bottom. Hello there, I finished speaking to those people.
Gondor needs your aid.
Thank you, Pineleaf. I know it may not seem a large gesture to you, but I am certain it will help our people remain hopeful. Hopeful that they could find each other, maybe? I see that Lady Rosefin has arrived.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Hello, Pineleaf. Lady Rosefin has already come to speak to me. I can't thank you enough for convincing her to aid me in protecting the Vale. Her insight will no doubt help us push the orcs and our troubles from these lands. Rosefin informed me that she would like to speak with you further before we take action, but please, keep me informed. Yes, I guess that would be a good idea there. Well, what do you say, your ladyship?
Gondor needs your aid.
Do not mistake my apprehension for hatred, Pineleaf. Mothlim has long been a friend of my family, and there is no wiser counsel in the Vale. However, I am not fond of his leadership since becoming steward, but I will aid him as best I can so my husband and sons shall have a home to return to once this war is over. Yes, there is that. Well, I suppose that we're not going to learn the fate of all those people until later. And then, what do you say, sir?
These are troublesome times indeed.
After speaking with Roseman, I have decided that our first course of action must be to protect the villages that still stand in the south. I do not know how far the orcs have ventured into the vale, but I can only hope that our archers have deterred them from straying too far beyond Tangabel. To the south lie the villages Alagrat and Sardol, small settlements full of fishermen and hunters. They must stop their hunts for a time if they are to remain safe. I would ask that you travel to both to warn them of the danger. Meanwhile, Roseman and I shall form a plan to deal with the orcs. Alright, fine. To go to Alagrant. Alagrant, and I go to Alagrant and the other place while you form a plan. Alright, I suppose that's typical. Oh, yes, I also have to head out to a little hill up here, and I think it'll be perfect to go to this hill during the daytime before it gets too dark, because I have a feeling this is not a fun place to be at night. Now let's see. Journey to the summit of the Hill of Erech. Of course, Morlod isn't on an easy side to climb, so I had to go around a little bit in order to find the proper place to ascend. I'm still not completely sure I have the right place. Now, if I could only remember how I ascended the hill back in that instance before. Ah, actually, I think this is the path that goes up the hill. Right. It's a little clockwise climb, and then you eventually get up here. We're way back before we had that session play with the Sealder. If the dead did gather here, tracks in the dirt show that they were not alone. Alright, examine patches of disturbed earth. Okay. Okay, that's the first patch. Oh, hello. That's a bear. I wasn't expecting a bear. For some reason, I was expecting Kriban. Well, though I suppose that Kriban would have a hard time. Okay. Okay, he is. Actually, I think he's for a later quest. Oh, there is a Kriban. I thought there'd be a bird here. A sudden shout breaks the stillness. You there! What's your business here? Well, I'll see whose that is. Alright, now whose voice was that? Is this the way? Ah! Here we go. Looks like a Gondorian soldier. Hello there? All decked out.
You there! What is your business here?
I did not mean to startle you, but judging from your look, you have seen your own share of surprises. You may be a seasoned adventurer, but I dare say that I beheld in the reaches of the night would make your blood run cold. as it did mine. From afar I heard the blast of a great horn, and then a multitude of horns of echoing answer. I felt then the gathering of a great company of shadows all about the stone atop the hill. A group of horsemen stood there, and their leader was grim of face and stern of countenance. Flesh and bone treated with the shadows, and though I could not understand the words, his purpose was plain enough. The company's grim leader charged the dead to a task, and when the dawn came, they departed. I feel no shame when I tell you that I hid myself as they passed, for the men of this company were as real as you or me, but in their train traveled countless shadows. This man commanded the dead to follow, and follow him they did, down from Erech through Tarlik's neck to where I do not know. I fear great evil has come to the kingdom I serve, Gondor that I love. Hmm.
My name is Rovalang, and I'm proud to serve Imrahil, Prince of Dol Amroth.
Yes, Imrahil has marched to the White City with a company of knights and more than 500 men at arms to defend against the enemies. I and several of my order he commanded to remain in the service of his daughter, Lothriel, who serves now while he is gone. Her safety is paramount, and I and the other Swan knights who remained would die to defend her. But we are sworn to obey her commands. She sent several of us from the city to protect her people in the Vale and in Lamadon, and we could not refuse. So I came to the Vale and beheld the scene that I have reported to you. Seems Lothriel is right. There is danger outside the walls of Dol Amroth, and the Swan Knights are needed here too. Not just the Swan Knights, brave adventurers too, as I deem you to be. Follow the dead southeast to Tarling's Neck, and help any of my people of Gondor that may have been endangered in their passage. I will remain to aid the people of the Vale, but I value your help, my new friend. May the people benefit from our friendship. Alright, so I need to travel there. Now we got a warband fellowship. Forget it. But I better take it just so I don't get that quest every single time. And he also has another little quest here, which I think is a little session play. Interlude. Those who are dead.
I know little of the dead, and count myself lucky.
Who can say what drove the dead to meet with the curious company and its grim faced leader? You know this man? I can see it in your face. Are you willing to speak of him? Well, I suppose I can do that.
No one living could hope to know what moves the dead men of Dunharrow. Only one of their kind could know what it means to remain forever cursed.
Luktal's memories. Luktal was a master of the sword and shield in life, but they avail him nothing now. Above all else, he misses the life he lived with his wife and children before the coming of his Isildur. Luktal cannot use the skills he had in life, cursed as he is. So all he has is his +1 hope duration for 1 minute. Oh boy, that skill cannot be used. Oh, that's even worse. Years have no meaning beneath the mountain for the likes of you. But even so, you hold the memories of time when the passage of day and night mattered. A new feeling has crept into your being, but you can't place it. Tenval senses it too. Something feels different in the dark, Lukdog, he murmurs, and you know that it is true. The chains of our curse binds us and blinds us. Every moment is like every other until now. The heavy silence beneath the mountain remains unbroken, a held breath beneath the still waters of time, an unexpected hush. Dugden feels it too. I swore I would never forget this presence, he breathes without air or voice, giving his thoughts to the ideas that he has once come to all who walk upon the undying paths beneath the mountain. Isildur the Hated has come again to deepen the burden of his curse. Isildur will pay for what he has done to us. He who cursed us approaches. Drugot! It is not he. And yet this man descended from hated Isildur. His blood is anathema. He is not alone. And now they approach. Men of the mountain, I can feel your presence. I seek no treasure. Keep your secrets. All I ask is this: delay me not, and then follow behind. I summon you to the stone of Erech. And they all come running behind. Okay? Run away, run away. Oh, Aragorn, wait for me. Oh, poor Gimli. Brothers and sisters, do you know what this means? The heir of Isildur has called for us. He alone can lift the burden of our curse. He will lift no curse. You seek redemption? You seek it in vain. There is only one that can forgive our treason, and I speak of Sauron the Great. I will not compound our errors and our sins. If this man of Isildur's line calls me, I will follow him. I will not follow this man or any other. I will follow our true master. Stand with me, and we'll be rewarded for our long service. So, you have a choice here to stand with Tenval or to stand with Dugden. Let's go with Tenval. The heavy weight of the silence before the coming of the air has lifted. Now the darkness is busy with the sighing whispers of the dead. Tenval's gaze is piercing and eager. What moved the heir of Isildur to come beneath the mountain Luktal? Has he forgiven us of our treason? I will follow him to Erech. And whither then? I cannot see it, but I care not. Okay, so I desire forgiveness. Luktal, my debt is very great. Now, Dugden, of course, has the opposite opinion. You knew Dugden long ago, before the two of you succumbed to the weakness and fell beneath the heavy weight of the curse of Isildur. His presence is cold, but it burns with a fierce agony. What was wrought the heir of his hated Isildur to this place, Luktal? What has brought him? Untold years we have suffered the curse of his cruel ancestor. Has it not been enough? Dugden resolves is sudden and frightening. I will cast my lot with Sauron, as we did before. Drugot speaks the truth. Only Sauron will reward us for our services. Only he can banish the chains of our curse. I will follow our true master. Here, I will follow this way. Your lot has been cast, your path chosen. Here we are at Erech. Oathbreakers, tell me why you have come. We have come to fulfill our oath and to have peace. Your hour has come. I go now to Peligir upon Anduin, and you will follow after me. When this land is free of the servants of Sauron, I will hold your oath fulfilled. For I am Elessar, heir of Isildur, and I can give you peace. And he can give them peace.
I am unsure what this meeting means for Gondor.
I don't know what this meeting means, but I know it will be significant. Let our own meeting be as timely, but let it signify only good fortune for the kingdom that I serve. We can only hope. We can only hope. What will I find when I head down to Tarlank's Neck? That will have to wait, because I now need to head to Allegrant to find out what we can do for those villages. Will we be able to save them? Will we be able to warn the people there? Will we be able to do anything useful? We have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.